Hey, my name is Margo, and I want to tell you about how my biggest fear came true. A couple of months ago, I met a guy. I liked him right away. His name is Travis. At the beginning, we were just friends. I really liked to hang out together with Travis. I was hoping he had a crush on me too. Sometimes he hugged me tighter than usual. Sometimes he squeezed my hand and my heart sank. But during the prom night, everything changed. We danced with Travis the whole time. He didn't let me out of his arms. And at the end of the evening, Travis kissed me. It was incredible. And we started dating. Our feelings were running high. We were very much in love with each other. We wanted to be near each other all the time. And if we had to, we bombarded each other with messages or talked for hours on the phone. We lived close to each other. Therefore, often in the evenings, Travis hung out in my room. When we didn't hang out, I got really bored. We shared dirty messages with him, and sometimes I even sent him explicit photos of me, which, of course, he was really into. We've been dating for a few months now, and everything was perfect. Until my worst nightmare came true. It was a normal weekday. I was in a hurry to school to see Travis, and as soon as I entered the classroom, I immediately realized that something was wrong. Everyone looked at me strangely. Some whispered and laughed behind my back. I became uncomfortable. I called Travis, but he didn't answer me. Suddenly, Deborah came close to me. We have been at odds with her for a long time. I hated her because of her terrible attitude. Listen, Margo, don't take pictures like this again. They turned out to be really awful. My heart sank. What pictures? Deborah laughed out loud. I mean your nudes. They're just awful. I felt so bad. I understood everything. Tears welled up in my eyes. I felt terribly ashamed. I ran out of the classroom and hid in the women's restroom. I was calling Travis over and over, but in vain. He didn't answer. I was so offended. How could he do this to me? How could he show everyone my photos? Those photos were only for him alone. I got mad at Travis. After taking a few deep breaths, I calmed down a bit. I wiped tears and left the toilet. I decided to go home. On my way out of school, I ran into Travis. He had a worried face. He said he tried to call me for several hours, but my phone was out of range. I was furious. I yelled at him that he was a traitor and that I didn't ever want to see him again. And he tried to justify himself. He said guiltily, Margo, my love, it's not like that. My phone was stolen. It's not me. I love you. I hesitated for a couple of seconds, whether to believe him, but I also loved him, and he never did anything wrong to me. Therefore, I believed him. Through my tears, I smiled at Travis. It was such a relief at that moment. He didn't betray me. Travis hugged me tightly and whispered that he would fix everything. He kissed me softly, pulled me close. It was very reassuring. And the next day, I found the strength to go to school. I decided to ignore the others if they continued to taunt me. I'll act like I always do, I said to myself. It wasn't easy, but I did it. At first, everyone was whispering behind my back, but by the end of the day, they stopped. I did not react. And suddenly, this situation became an uninteresting topic. I couldn't wait until the end of class to see Travis. We didn't have the same classes together, but we always went home together. I walked up to Travis at school and saw how he pinned a guy to the wall. Travis was very angry. He said something to one guy in a raised voice. It seemed to me that he would hit the guy. I ran to stop Travis. Oh no, I don't want problems for Travis, my first thought was. Seeing me, Travis froze. He walked away from the guy and turned to me with a smile. Are you ready? Let's go home. Without noticing the confused guy against the wall, Travis took my hand and quickly dragged me to the exit. We had to go home through the park. It was far enough. I asked Travis why he attacked the guy. Travis looked at me and calmly replied, "He said nasty things about you. I couldn't stand it." I was so pleased to hear this. I hugged Travis and we sat down on the bench. Suddenly, I heard the phone in Travis's pocket vibrate. "Did you buy a new one?" I asked. Travis quickly nodded his head in response. "Can you tell me what model it is?" I asked. Travis hesitated for a second, and then he replied that he didn't want to show. I thought it all just seemed weird to me. "Why?" I asked surprisingly. But Travis was adamant. He wouldn't show me the phone, period. That was his answer. But I kept insisting, finally. Travis lowered his eyes guiltily and whispered, "Just don't be mad at me." He pulled his phone out of his pocket. I was shocked. "Is this your old phone? You didn't buy a new one? Travis, why did you lie to me?" Tears began to well up in my eyes. "So you showed everyone my intimate photos? How could you? You're a traitor and a liar!" Travis constantly nodded his head and asked me not to be angry at him. "I didn't want it to happen, Margo," he repeated. I wanted him to tell me everything. I deserved to know the truth. Travis admitted that he had a bet with a guy from school, and they agreed that if he loses, he will show them my explicit photos. He lost. Travis didn't want to share my photos, but the guy insisted that he must keep his word to the end. He took the phone from Travis and sent some of my explicit photos to his phone, promising not to show them anyone. But he didn't keep his word. And that's why Travis jumped on him today. I hated to hear it. How could Travis do this to me? Bet on my photos? I silently got up and walked home, leaving Travis alone in the park. A week has passed since that day. Travis still bombards me with calls and texts. He tries to talk to me at school, but I still can't forgive him. I still love him, but I feel betrayed. I don't know what to do. How would you act in my situation? Perhaps you have experienced something like this in your life? I really need your advice right now. Write in the comments if you think I should forgive Travis.